want me to address?
So first of all, I want to know where are from you, because your attire is same like to Kashmiri. So I want to know first of all.
No, I'm from Delhi. I'm not from Kashmir.
Got it, got it.
Yeah. To do great work is to love what you do. Right? Help me understand the meaning of this phrase. I'm also dropping it in the chat box so that you can have easy time just reading that again. Yeah. Okay. So the only way to do great stuff is to love what you do.
Okay, I got it, I got it. So it means like what you want to do, you should be passionate about doing that thing.
Mhm. Yeah, you should be passionate and you should also enjoy doing it, right? For example, if we are learning English, if we are not really interested and we are just doing it for the heck of it, it is going to take us a lot of time so as to reach to that level where idiom, that is call
When
it
I
a
think
day.
when it is around to complete the day, when you have like when you were doing something and it's complete, it's around to complete.
Yeah, when you are planning to wind up your work and to continue the remaining work tomorrow. So let's call it a day today, and we will continue the remaining work tomorrow, or we will just do this remaining work tomorrow. That's how it is. So when you are winding up your work, that's when we use the word phrase, which is call it a day.
Quality.
Can you try making a sentence out of it? Making sentences is the best way to use them in our general communication.
Yes. So I in the evening after after doing my speaking practice, I call it a day. I call it a day in the evening.
Hello, good morning.
Very good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Ma'am, how are you? I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well.
All right. So my name is Sidra, and I'm one of the trainers from English Yaari. All right. So I believe we are meeting for the very first time. How about you give a brief introduction? What is it that you do? Why did you join the platform? And how's the journey so far?
Okay, so firstly, I will introduce myself.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Umar Fayaz. I'm from Jammu and Kashmir, India. I have
Mm-hmm.
completed my course and currently I'm looking for job. And
You
my
have
hobby,
completed,
what?
you have completed what?
I have completed masters.
Okay, I've completed my master's. Okay.
Yes.
All right. That's what is. Mm-hmm.
My are I like to listen. I like to learn something new, and I like to watch cricket. So I, I like to listen to the music, English music sometimes. So this is these are my hobbies.
You mentioned about cricket. You're really fond of cricket. So who is your favorite cricketer and why so?
So if I talk about my favorite cricketer, so he's none other than Virat Kohli.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So why?
Yes, because I think he's one of the best player in the world right now. I think he's good human being. He's a good batsman. I think he has all the qualities one should
Mhm.
like cricketer and as a human being. This is I think that's why I admire him.
All right, amazing. So I want to ask, like, how many sessions you have taken on the platform, and how is the journey? And that's something I asked earlier as well. And just a quick extended question over there: that any loophole that you have realized that you have while you are communicating that you are already aware of, that you already know of?
Yes, it's my second session on this platform.
Okay,
So yes,
it's quite
journey
early.
journey is quite good now, right now. So if I talk about my problems which I faced is I think mostly I face a pronunciation problems. So
Mm-hmm.
what I believe I should focus on this platform to like to rectify my pronunciation problems on this platform.
All right, understood. So we have a topic for today's session, which is the rhythm of routine. So we all follow a pattern or routine on a daily basis so that we can stick to our deadlines, we can stay focused, and also end up being productive throughout the day. So if anybody asks you this question, what's the routine that you follow on a daily basis? So what is your answer is gonna be?
Oh, if I talk about my routine, to be honest, I am not following any routine at the moment.
Mhm.
If I talk, because before couple of months ago, I was following a routine, but I take a break because I'm from, as I
See,
told,
just a moment. You said before couple of months ago. So say one thing. Before a couple of months or couple of months ago, both of them serve the same purpose. If you will add two more words for the same thing, that's going to disrupt our sentence, right?
right. So
Mhm.
yes, before 3 months, so I was following a routine, but after that I take a break because, as I told you, I am from Kashmir, so I was like occupied with my day because we were like harvesting apples. So that was the
Oh,
reason I take a break for my routine, and now I'm going back
I took a
to.
break. Okay,
So
I took a break. I took a break. That's what you can say. Past tense, right?
I took a break. So this is
Hmm.
like I'm trying to go back into their rhythm. So I'm not following any routine at the moment. But
Routine is something like what you are doing on a daily basis as well, like since you're at your harvesting time as well, like this is at this time I used to get up and then we do so this these and all these are all the activities that we were covering at that point of time, and we used to call it a day at around 5 p.m., 6 p.m. So routine is something that we follow like on a daily basis. It can be a good routine or a bad routine, so you can say that I'm not following a productive routine. I was not following or I am now not following a productive routine, but initially I was following. That's how you can just make a difference out of there. But yeah, so
okay,
we have the topic for today's session, routine only. That's why we were discussing about it. So we will discuss some of the questions related to it. So why do you think having a routine in our life is important?
I think routine is important because if if you are aspiring for something, so you have to be like disciplined enough. You have to make a routine to achieve that. Otherwise, it is impossible. So I think a routine is totally important. So uh, as far as you are aspiring for something, and especially when you are learning some language and like English, you have to make a routine to do this.
Okay. That's why I think having a routine is really important. So, what I'm trying to say is, whenever we are talking about any topic, it's good to have a streamlined approach where the answer feels interconnected and synchronized till the end. So, we can try considering dividing our answers in three parts, which is introduction, body, and conclusion. In introduction part, we introduce, just try extending our answer from the question itself. Body, we can try giving an example. So I would like to give an example from my life itself. That time I was just following a routine and I attained success. And later on, when I left my routine, I was struggling for to do this and that work. So you can just add an excerpt from your own experience. That way you can have a constant, continued answer. So why I'm saying to just speak constantly is like when you will speak for around 30 to 40 seconds constantly, continuously, you will get that comfort level with the language, and you will gain confidence as well to speak and just to talk in this language for as long as you want. So that's the idea. All right. Any question, anything that's popping into your mind you would want me to address?
So first of all, I want to know where are from you because your attire is same like to Kashmiri. So I want to know first of all.
No, I'm from Delhi. I'm not from Kashmir.
Got it, got it.
Yeah. All right. So another follow-up question here. What do you say to people who do things at their own convenience, like who don't follow a routine? That's when they end up missing the deadlines and delaying their work as well.
I think, as I told you earlier, routine is totally important when you are aspiring something. If I talk about my experience, for 3 months following a routine, and I found myself like quite happy because I was I put some deadlines to myself that I have to do something like till 1 p.m. I will do listening, uh, and after that I will take lunch, and in the afternoon maybe 2 p.m. I will do speaking practice, for, and and after that I will do yes, reading practice, and in the evening I will go with my friends. So I think I was following a routine, a productive routine, that give me a lot of benefit. But as I following any routine, I found like considerable change. Like I'm totally disturbed, right? Because I'm not following a routine. So, in my point of view, I think routine is totally important, and one should make his routine according to his convenience and according to his aspirations. So, this will be quite like easy for him to to aspire to do to achieve something.
All right, I got your point. So now that you have mentioned that you do reading on a normal basis, so how do you do reading, like so as to enhance your communication skills? What are the things that you follow while you are reading?
Yes, read a newspaper. Uh,
Okay.
Recently, I have like I start reading as well. As I told you,
I
I'm
started
going back
reading
every
newspaper.
what?
See, there's correction that we can make over here. So you may have started reading in past and you are reading till now. So you can say that I have started reading newspaper recently and I do it on a daily basis. Go through the headlines that are things that are happening in the country. I get to know about that. So that's how you can just try making uh, this sentence a bit better.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm
please
reading.
continue.
If I talk about listening, so I used
Mm-hmm.
to listen to some native speakers, and I used to listen English songs as well. So that like a lot of benefit when it comes to enhancing my vocabulary and enhancing my English.
Dialect. So, okay. All right. So, with the way I was saying it, if you can please read the paragraph that is being dropped in the chat box. So before that, before reading it, I would want to tell you that there are innumerable benefits of reading. If you will dedicate some time to reading on a daily basis, it's highly going to help you to improve your existing skills. You will gain comfort level with the language, and you will learn new vocabulary as well. So follow this pattern in a way that read a paragraph loudly. Loudly as meaning that as you are communicating at the moment. So this will help you to improve your pronunciation, your intonation, the way you are modulating your voice. So try taking a smaller pause on a comma, longer pause on full stop. So we can very well see the full stop and commas in paragraph. That's why we follow that. But while we are talking, we don't see them, and that's when we don't follow it, and we go ahead with a very faster pace, and it end up being monotonous and mundane. So that's what we can practice while reading, and when you will spend some time to reading on a daily basis, your skills will eventually improve, and that's going to have a great impact on the way you communicate with people as well. You'll be able to use advanced vocabulary, and yeah, there are innumerable benefits. Pronunciation is something that's going to highly improve with reading if you will dedicate 10 minutes to reading loudly every day. Yeah, please, can you read that now?
Obviously, obviously. After the company's recent downturn, Sarah knew it was to bite the bullet and address the issues head on. The budget cuts had become the elephant in the room, with no one wanting to acknowledge how it might affect jobs. The team had been burning the midnight oil trying to come up with solutions, but everyone was walking eggshells, avoiding hard decisions. Finally, Sarah decided to break the ice during a meeting, opening up an honest conversation. She encouraged everyone to think outside the box, hoping this fresh approach would prevent the team from missing the boat on potential opportunities.
Yeah. So, as I mentioned, it's good to take pauses on commas that we miss now as well. So, I would say that stay calm and composed and go ahead with a slower pace. Don't consider it as a reading. Have this thinking in your mind that while you're reading this paragraph, after reading that, you should be able to understand the meaning and you should be able to explain it to some other person. That's how you should be able to read it and derive meaning out of it. So go ahead with a slower pace. That something is going to really help you to understand everything that you are reading. So after the company's recent downturn, Sarah knew it was time to bite the bullet and address the issues head on. So go ahead with a slower pace. That's going to make you feel calmer and you'll feel more empowered as well. You will understand at least 70 to 60 part of the paragraph. That's of utmost importance. So that you can give a summary. That way you will be able to expand your ideas and opinion. People will be able to understand you more. So go ahead with a slower pace. That's something I would suggest. And that way you will be able to focus on your pronunciation as well, that where I would want to improve it, right?
Absolutely.
Anything else you would, any question that's coming to your mind so far related to this?
No, I think it it's it's all about this that was feedback. But I have some like uh, problems. I think I'm not figuring out the pronunciation of the following words. Can you please help me out there? Like
Which one?
it's not from the paragraph, but it is like I have read or listen from somewhere else.
Okay, I've heard it from somewhere else or right.
So post is schedule or schedule.
It's totally up to you. You can say schedule or schedule. Both of them are right.
Like what is the difference? Is it British or is uh,
Sorry, I can't hear you.
like
Can you please
what
repeat?
what is the difference between like why like schedule is
Your voice is breaking a lot. I don't know why. Can you please try rejoining?
I have to rejoin.
See, the difference is, but yeah, I just don't know. I'm facing some issues. My network is also bad. So in American English, a lot of them say it's schedule, like right. So whenever like the US dialect is about schedule, and in British English it is being referred to as a schedule. So they say they pronounce it as schedule. So now it's totally up to you what dialect you would want to pick up. But yeah, both of them are right.
Okay, and one more word is duration or duration.
Duration, both of them are same, right?
Both are same.
What is the difference between duration? Duration, right? That's what you were saying. Time span.
Duration or duration.
Can you type in the chat box? I'm not able to understand the difference while you're pronouncing it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is duration. Pronunciation is duration here. There is no other
Okay.
pronunciation of the word. It's duration only. Duration. So whenever you will type on Google, if you will do a quick search, you will see syllable, right? On what you have to
Right.
focus. So when you will see the syllable of British English, it will sound like duration. And in American English, it's going to be a slightly different side, duration. They say it just a very with a very faster pace, duration. But in British English, because they take pauses, emphasize on things, and have a different dialect, so they say duration. Right, there is a wide dialect over here, so that way you will be able to understand where things are being emphasized, right? For example, this is how you will be able to understand the syllable. I have dropped it in the chat box if you can see it. So this is the syllable that you have to focus on, that is written in the capital format, duration. That's the main thing. And in American English, it just go ahead as duration. right?
Pronunciation.
So these are the syllables, and that's how you have to go about the pronunciation. Any words that you face difficulty in pronouncing, you can just do a quick Google search and type like on what syllable you have to focus on, and that way you will be able to understand.
Okay, got it, got
All
it.
right. Now let's do an activity. So I'll be giving a statement or perhaps a phrase or a quote that is being said by a popular individual, and you help me understand like what is the meaning of it. That way we can just have a prompt and spontaneous approach to answer questions. So the phrase is the only way to do great work is to love what you do. Right, help me understand the meaning of this phrase. I'm also dropping it in the chat box so that you can have easy time just reading that again. Yeah, okay. So the only way to do great stuff is to love what you do.
Okay, I got it, I got it. So it means like what you want to do, you should be passionate about doing that thing.
Mhm. Yeah, you should be passionate and you should also enjoy doing it, right? For example, if we are learning English, if you're not really interested and we are just doing it for the heck of it, it is going to take us a lot of time so as to reach to that level where we can just express ourselves in a very clear cut way. But if we are enjoying it, if we are liking it, that can also become our hobby. So it's something we are loving it, and that way we can just do it in a great manner as well, right?
Absolutely.
Your screen is stuck. Hmm. All right. So the next one is in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Did you get it, or I should drop it in the chat box?
Please drop it in the chat box. I did not.
Yeah, here it is.
In the middle of difficulty lies. In the middle of
Yeah.
difficulty is
Hmm.
like when you
Yeah.
face.
So when we come across something really difficult, yeah. Please, you continue.
So yes, when you are aspiring for something, so you will face difficulties. But after every difficulty, you will go to the you will face you will go to the aspiration, or you will face the opportunities.
Hmm. Okay. You will get opportunities. We don't face opportunities, we get opportunities, right? So that we can grab them. We face difficulties. You getting my point here?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we get opportunities. Let's look into some of the idioms. It's good to use idioms in our sentences while we are talking. So when do we use this idiom, which is call it a day? So when do we use this idiom that is call
When
it
I
a
think
day?
when it is around to complete the day, when you have like when you were doing something and it's complete, it's around to complete.
Yeah, when you are planning to wind up your work and to continue the remaining work tomorrow. So let's call it a day today, and we will continue the remaining work tomorrow, or we will just do this remaining work tomorrow. That's how it is. So when you are winding up your work, that's when we use the word phrase, which is call it a day.
Quality.
Can you try making a sentence out of it? Making sentences is the best way to use them in our general communication.
Yes. So I in the evening after after doing my speaking practice, I call it a day. I call it a day in the evening.
I call it a day in the evening after completing my speaking practice. Correct. Under the weather.
Under the weather, when you are when you have something like when your health is not good, when you
Yeah,
are.
correct. So, can you try making a sentence? I'm feeling under the weather today. I won't be able to join you for work. Right? That's one sentence.
I was under the weather from last 2 days, so
Correct.
that I can join session.
The next one is the ball is in your court, which means that it's now your responsibility to make the next move or decision. This is the phrase we generally use in corporate. So the ball is in your court. Now you have to decide what is right or what is wrong. That's how we can make.
So the sentence will be like, the ball is in your court. I have done my practice, so now it's
Now it's your time to make the decision. So we say this statement to somebody else that when we are asking them to make any kind of decision or when they have the authority to make decision, that's when we say that the ball is in your court. Now you have to decide. So
now
that
you
way we can use this. Correct. Break the ice.
break the ice means when you have to like break the ice means when you have to speak at some place you are unable to speak.
Yeah, when you have to build a relationship or when you have to initiate a conversation, that is breaking the ice. Like some there is a socially awkward situation where nobody is speaking, so somebody comes and break the ice, which means that they initiated the conversation. The
Okay.
manager told a joke to break the ice before the meeting started. Right? That's how we can use it.
And can I make a sentence with it?
Yeah, 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 please do.
So in the marriages it's like very difficult to break the ice.
Yeah, correct. That's how you can make it. All right, so I think we have a hard stop here now. So it was great interacting with you. Here are my 2 cents. You already have good command over the language. What I would suggest is that we need to focus on our tense part. We sometimes make mistakes with past tense. We say it in a wrong way. So if you will focus on reading loudly 1 to 2 paragraphs on a daily basis, that way you will understand the art of framing correct sentences, and eventually with time it will improve. But yeah, it's now also it's better, but it's good to polish our skills every now and then, as you rightly mentioned in starting as well, that you like learning new things. So that way you can also include idioms and new vocabulary as well. So these are some of the examples of the idioms that we can include in our general communication. So it's good, just we can learn them as well. Not learn them, we can just go through them.
Right now.
All right, thank you for joining. Bye.
Thank you. It was an amazing session, ma'am. So
Likewise.
okay, thank you.